I mean, I had raindrops on my windshield on my way in this morning at early 30.
Right.
And it hasn't gone anywhere.
It hasn't really gone anywhere. And this is really what's going to be the trend this weekend.
Okay.
We're going to just see that the rain doesn't completely go away. Of course, there are gaps in the rain, breaks in the rain, but just keep that umbrella handy because on and off rain expected through Sunday. And at times coverage will be higher. But DFW Airport right now is showing a little bit of that cloud cover. I do want to show you the end of the week forecast. A high near 86 today, about 30% coverage of rain. That means a good chunk of the area won't see the rain today, but better opportunity to see it Saturday and Sunday afternoons. Temperatures are climbing 85 on Saturday, but climbing to 89 degrees on Sunday. Another look at DFW Airport. Temperature of 77 degrees with a southeast wind right at around 5. There is no lightning in the Irving area, but I do see one lightning strike there just to the west, northwest of Carrollton. Otherwise, just a good little downpour there right along I-35E there in far northwestern Dallas County. But that's really the trend. Look at the rest of the area. I mean, you see these little showers trying to get going, but they kind of fizzle out. That's really going to be the trend for today. That's what 30% coverage looks like for the afternoon. A little more activity in east, southeast of the region. Closer to southeast Texas is where we see the highest rain coverage today. And what we'll notice as the day goes on, I'm going to take you here through the early afternoon. You just see that scattered activity. Again, it doesn't rain the entire time. It's not widespread. It's not uniform. But we'll see this rain throughout the afternoon and evening. Overnight, I do think we keep about 20% coverage of rain in the area. Not expecting severe weather. And I am expecting to see a little bit of rain hanging out around Saturday morning, about 20% coverage. I do think that the coverage is going to be higher as we head into tomorrow afternoon, evening, and then again Sunday afternoon. But for today, this is how it plays out. Temperature makes it to 84 degrees around 2, 86 degrees around 4. A closer look at your weekend rain timeline coming up in just a little bit, Kara.
Let's talk about what you need to know for the weekend on the drive. 75 is going to be shutting down at the Bush Turnpike this weekend. Overnight closures Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's for some work with DART regarding DART and the Silver Line. They're going to be doing some bridge work in the area. So Friday, closing 9 o'clock to 6 in the morning. Saturday overnight closure, 9 o'clock at night till 8 o'clock in the morning. And then Sunday, 8 o'clock at night, reopening by 5 Monday morning for the morning drive, which is great. As far as workarounds go, if you plan to travel on 75, we know it's a main thoroughfare in those overnight and early morning hours. Preston Road and the Dallas North Tollway are going to be fantastic options. Stay safe on your drive this weekend.
Prosecutors are presenting their case in the Frisco track meet stabbing trial with more witness testimony right now. Carmelo Anthony is accused of fatally stabbing Austin Metcalf in a case that got national attention. And we've got WFA crews in the courtroom. Janelle Fort live this morning at the Collin County Courthouse with the latest. Hi, Janelle.
Well, Kara, so far this morning, jurors have heard from first responders and law enforcement who responded to that Frisco ISD track meet stabbing call last year. The first witness this morning was Neil Adams, a Frisco firefighter and paramedic. He told jurors the 911 call came in around 10 a.m. and it took about 6 or 7 minutes to get to the stadium. He says it was drizzling when he arrived and he jumped a fence to get to the Memorial High School tent. Adam testified that when he reached Austin Metcalf, Metcalf was not breathing. He did not have a pulse. He said Metcalf was moved from the bleachers into an ambulance. And despite life-saving efforts, he never regained consciousness. Now, jurors then heard from Eduardo Cortez, a Frisco ISD school resource officer. Cortez testified he was at Stalley Middle School just south of the stadium when he heard the stabbing call over the radio and ran to the scene. He said he saw Anthony on the other side of a fence and described him as cooperative. Cortez testified he handcuffed Anthony and radioed that he had, quote, the alleged suspect detained. He told jurors Anthony responded, quote, I am not alleged, I did it. Cortez also testified Anthony said without being asked to, quote, he put his hands on me, I told him not to. Jurors were shown surveillance video and body camera video of Anthony being handcuffed, seated on the ground, and later walking to a police car, and of Anthony crying. Now, I'm going to look at my notes here because this information just came in. The next witness was another Frisco school officer, Jacob Shawls. He testified he helped secure the crime scene and collect evidence. He told jurors officers were looking for a knife and that a school administrator later spotted one in the bleachers. Now, jurors were shown pictures of what was described as a partially open folding knife along with Anthony's blue Centennial High School backpack. Prosecutors then entered both the knife and the backpack into evidence. So court is expected to last until 6 o'clock today. Because recording is not allowed in the courtroom, the evidence that jurors are seeing is not something that's going to be publicly available, including that body cam video that we just told you about. So our updates are coming from our crews who are inside of the courtroom, reporters, legal experts, and a sketch artist that is giving all of that information to us so that we can give it to you. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right. Excuse me. Thank you, Janelle. We appreciate your update. WFA is your eyes and ears, as we said, in the courtroom. You can get more context on what's happening with our nightly special after the trial. It is streaming on WFA Plus every day at 8 p.m. while court is in session. To get an update on 2 people pulled from a Dallas house fire overnight. Neighbors in South Oak Cliff shared this video of the flames on Starkey Street. Check it out. They are massive. This is north of Beckley Heights Park. Firefighters went in, they got 2 people out, but they were in critical condition at last report. 3 animals died in that fire. The battle continues on Capitol Hill over President Trump's controversial $1.8 billion so-called anti-weaponization fund. Congressional Republicans with a rare pushback, prompting the Justice Department to say it won't move forward. But now the Senate early this morning approving a $70 billion immigration enforcement package without putting a block on that fund. ABC's Olivia Rubin has those details.
Overnight, Senate Republicans rejecting an effort to permanently block President Trump's controversial $1.8 billion so-called anti-weaponization fund.
Republicans are trusting the word of Todd Blanche, who built a career on lying, that the administration will just drop this slush fund.
It comes amid unease after acting Attorney General Todd Blanche, who spearheaded the fund that would compensate Trump's allies, including January 6th rioters, testified it would not move forward. But President Trump not giving the same commitment, saying he would, quote, have to ask the lawyers.
I love it. I think it's so important.
The issue could create trouble for Blanche, Trump's former personal defense attorney, who the president now says he'll nominate to the job full time.
Do you think I'll have a hard time getting confirmed? Hard to say.
2 Republican senators, John Cornyn and Tom Tillis, say they're still undecided on him. Tillis saying January 6th could be a key issue.
The key for Todd or anybody going through Judiciary Committee has been pretty tight on January the 6th. They better not have said for 1 minute that the people that beat up police officers like these right down here were righteous people.
And the Senate approving a $70 billion immigration enforcement package that includes no official changes to rein in that so-called anti-weaponization fund. Lisa Murkowski was the only Republican senator to vote against it. Olivia Rubin, ABC News, Washington.
Looking ahead, the Dallas City Council has called a special meeting to vote on the future of City Hall. It is set for next Wednesday at 10 a.m. Council members will vote on whether to renovate the building or move out and demolish it. One of Arlington's longtime landmarks is set to come down tomorrow. Implosion of the old Sheraton Hotel near Arlington's Entertainment District is expected to take less than a minute. A safety fence is now up and around the property, and dynamite is sprinkled throughout the building. You can watch the change to Arlington's landscape live tomorrow morning here on Daybreak at 8:30 on WFAA.
1 second you're going to see, that hotel, and then about 45 seconds later it's going to be gone. So it's really, look, it's been a kind of an iconic staple of this community for years. So, it's a way to say goodbye and welcome the new.
And that is coming new. Construction for a new luxury hotel already underway. It will be called the Americana.